Blog Talk Radio.
It's Friday night, and the mood is right. We're gonna have some fun, show you how it's done, TGIF.
Hello, welcome to the TiVoMike show. You're like, what the flip? What happened to the beginning? Oh, it's so exciting. Today we're talking about TGIF. If you've heard the news, who knew Hulu's bringing back the 90s? We do. We're going to go to our scripture of the day, our quote of the day. Then we're going to go into the article that gave us the best news ever, even though I'm still not going to join Hulu because I already have Netflix and it's $8.95 a month and I'm in debt. So, that's life. I'll just relive the memories. But way to go, Hulu. Yeah. Amen. And when I'm in baby step 7, I can rejoin the program. And then we're going to do Wall Street's Insanity article. Oh my God, about some good movie quotes. There's so much to get to, so guess what? We're probably not going to get to that last part because that's how we operate here on the show. But it's good to have the dream. Yes. Right? So let's begin right away with the scripture of the day.
All right. The memory of the righteous is blessed, but the name of the wicked will rot. Brought to you by Proverbs 10:7.
Woo, the memory of the righteous. We're going to have some memory lane stuff today, and it is righteous and blessed. And the wicked, you'll rot. All you pedophiles, and you just deny Jesus, you're going to rot. Have fun. Okay, now our quote of the day
comes from T.S. Cullinamarren.
Tell it now.
A private jet is not a luxury. It is a necessity.
Praise it. Preach it, brother. Yes, it is. So sick of them calling it a luxury. It is a necessity for my life. My behind gets a private jet. Okay, so Hulu, in a Vanity Fair article, grabs 90s nostalgia crown with the TGIF rights. Mike, they got the rights, to Perfect Strangers, Family Matters, Full House, Hang with Mr. Cooper, and Step by Mother Lovin' Step Suzanne Summers herself.
Yes.
Can you believe that, Mike?
This is one of the biggest acquisitions agreements with Warner Brothers and domestic TV distribution that marks the latest Logic content deal for this service.
Yes,
this is huge.
And remember, the shows at the very end would say that.
Yes.
This was Lorimar Pictures.
Yeah.
And it's distributed by, and then Carl would say, Warner Brothers Domestic Television Distribution. Yeah. And they go, oh my God, that's so cool. Didn't know who the flip it was, but it's Carl Winslow. So, let's go live by some memory lane stuff. So we're going to, now, I must say, legal disclaimer. We're going to play these theme songs, people.
Yeah.
Now, people are like, well, how can you do that? You're on Blog Talk Radio. You don't have the license right. Listen, Flipper. What happens is we can play the full music, says my lawyer, if it is a discussion on what we just played. So we're not like DJ just playing the next record. We're going to break down these theme songs. Because, Mike, what the article didn't discuss is why this is a big flipping deal.
Well, you're right.
People love the 90s.
Not that.
And it was a time where families were the bomb.
Yes.
Where dad didn't come home and say, I'm now mom.
This is true.
Oh, and guess which bathroom I used? We didn't give a care.
No, we didn't.
Just squat or stand or whatever. We came so far, Beavis and Butthead forgot how to urinate. Like, my God.
One thing I would say I was a little dissatisfied on?
Yeah.
Was Boy Meets World wasn't in the mix.
Yeah,
Disney's that doesn't surprise me because Disney is a titan right now.
Yes, they are. They're like, listen, the boy has met the world, then the girl met the world, and we're going to go back to Boy Meets World. What they need to do is reboot Boy Meets World.
I wanted dinosaurs too, but I guess
I did not. Everyone loved dinosaurs. I hated it. Not the mama.
For me,
that's
was like,
when liberals took over.
Well, to me,
that's when
dinosaurs was like the unanimated version of Simpsons. Because you had Earl, who's like the Homer.
Yeah.
But
I just didn't like it.
It wasn't a great show.
No, it was so negative.
It was one of those things that you came so used to. You came accustomed to it because you knew it came on
right
before this one, but then after this one. Because they do it what they do is they do you would get Step by Step.
Right.
Then you would get the dinosaurs. But then you get Full House and Family Matters.
Right.
So it was like you always watched it because you already started with Step by Step.
That's true. And which one of these doesn't look like the others? See, the thing with dinosaurs, what I didn't like, which is why eventually TGIF failed, Well, that and technology. Now, knowing people wait for TV to do this on-demand stuff.
Yeah.
But, so that part is okay. But dinosaurs became very anti-culture. Right away, that's the beginning of the family is not important. Yeah. We want to break down the family. We want the baby to not respect dad. And that's okay.
That's true.
And even as a kid, like I'm an old soul. I guess I was old at 7. That's what happened to me at 5. Anyway, but we're going to move on. So, but I just grew up and I just felt like this is not cool. Well, they're not highlighting family. They're not saying we love each other despite this mess.
Yes.
It was, he hated his job.
It was like Al Bundy. It was like
from Married with Children.
Yeah, it was like,
yeah, but they had love.
They did, but the thing is, I think like the not the baby or the not the mama thing. I think truly that I feel was taken out of context because what it is as a baby or at least as a father,
right?
I know the kids always want mom before they want dad.
That's true.
So to me, that was like, but they just over embellished it so much. So it was just like,
and made that the thing.
Yeah,
it's kind of like when Urkel took over Family Matters. Like it was a cool thing to be there.
I'll give you a better one. When Stefan took over Family Matters, because that's when they got
gagged me with the spoon.
Yeah.
That's when ABC dropped the show, and then CBS had the nerve to pick it up and said, "No, what? There's some more life in this black show. Let's squeeze out from these niggas some more money." So I just don't. I didn't really care for that at all, CBS. Yeah. So thank you very much for keeping the show for 2 more seasons. Yeah. The thing is, Dinosaurs is just such an ugly show, so we're not going to talk about it. But anyway, so I just really hated it. Remember, I want to be kind.
Yes.
And I don't want to be unclear.
This is true.
Unclear is to be unkind. Dinosaurs sucked. It destroyed TGIF. And so did Sabrina the Teenage Witch. Because all that stuff, all that stuff came in. Listen. All this stuff came in. You don't need to bring in the occult. You can listen to Sabrina. It would have been a fun movie, show with the two aunts to take care of it. She has a love affair with her cat. I get it. Whatever. People like their cat. You know, I don't. They wanted to bring in the occult. So they were. Look what they did. They attacked family, big time.
Yeah.
Okay. Then they brought in the occult. They knew these things were against family Christian values. They knew that. But who cares if it's Christian values? So let's just have fun with a child called the witch and I'll make it fun it is.
True.
Anyway, she recovered herself with the Joey and Sabrina or whatever it's
Melissa
called.
And Joey,
whatever. It was great and hilarious and funny and praise God.
It was.
And it went on for like 19 seasons. It was,
that and she did God's Not Dead too.
Yes.
Such a good movie. Yeah.
God's Not Dead, Sabrina.
She knew.
Therefore, you don't need no witch. Come on now. Get saved and just put that behind her. Amen. That's why she took it off syndication. Praise God. Now. We're going to go with the shows that were fun. Yeah. We're going to start with Full House, but first let's do the beloved theme song to Full House, people. Bye.
Whatever happened to predictability? The milkman, the paperboy, evening TV.
So I will tell you, kids who definitely loved Full House.
Yes.
However.
No.
This is like a last night revelation type. However, like last week, like so it comes on and I love it because my daughter's 3, so she's like always like, Daddy, I want to watch Michelle. I want to watch Michelle. So it comes on Nick at Night.
Right.
Well, we
it's already Nick at Night. That's all.
Yeah, we were watching. Last
Dragnet
night. The other night we were watching it, and it just threw me off because I realized how corny the show was.
Yeah.
So it was like an episode where DJ wants her own room.
Right.
And Stephanie's trying to petition why they should be in the same room.
Yes.
And then Stephanie loses. And now she's like, well, Michelle, you get me. And Michelle was like, read my lips. And she blows a raspberry at her.
Right.
And then all of this time, Stephanie's all big-headed, like, yeah, I'm the greatest. And then in 5 seconds, she's like, Nobody wants to live with me.
And I was like, oh my God. Yes.
I'm like, I watch this all the time. What the heck?
Because of the song, which we have to talk about, otherwise we're going to get sued. So, it's because what happened to predictability.
Yes.
We need a predictable. The show was the same every episode. Something good's going to happen, and something bad's going to happen. They're going to learn a lesson, and they'll never do it again.
Yeah.
Then the next week they do it again, then they get bad, and they feel sad because they get caught, and then they don't do it again. Whatever happened to predictability, the milkman, people were even in TV, all these things aren't predictable anymore. What the heck is Trump going to do today? Scaramucci? What the heck? And then all of a sudden, what's one of the lines? It says here, everywhere you look, there's a face of somebody who needs you.
Yeah.
So, in the show, what made it so, as Mike would say, corny, because he's been cynicalized by Nickelodeon. What happened in Disney, what happened to us in the know, I should get it because I'm saying no. Anyway, there was, everywhere you look, there's somebody who needs you. The show was always about, don't put yourself over someone else being selfish. Yeah. Always be there for others. All of the people who were in that house were there because everyone else was needed. Joey was there because Danny lost his wife and he needed help raising these kids. Yeah. Jesse the same. So these two other guys ended what they could have been doing.
But wasn't Jesse the sister's brother?
Yep.
Yeah.
So they left their work, their lives. They did it for family. Yes. They're all living together trying to raise girls. There's like 3 men and a baby, whatever movie. It's what they were doing, but three of them. They had 3 girls to raise.
See, they were smart. Instead of doing 3 men and 1 baby and making this whole dramaticness, they took 3 men and 3 kids.
Yes.
Okay.
All of different ages.
I'm going to help this one.
Right.
Okay, now we switch. You take, I don't know nothing about hair, so that's you, Jesse.
Right. And they had cool lessons at the end of the episode was resolved. Yeah. It wasn't, oh my God, guess what? Jesse's on heroin, and we're going to find out today he gets arrested while he's watching Michelle. That's what would pass today. Like Full House came on today, that's what it would have to be. It would have to be because corny is code for, it actually has some values. That they put the lesson above the delivery. Yes. They really cared about the lesson. We knew it was corny. We knew it was like
just because I remember watching these shows as a kid and be like, oh my gosh, I couldn't wait for it to come on. And even now, they come on. I've seen almost every episode. Yes. And I still watch it. But it just caught me off guard, like how fast it switched from like, yes, I'm the best. Everyone listen to me. And then literally she was just like,
remember, they only had 20 minutes. And they had 6 cast members. They had to give everybody a story real quick. Michelle's learning how to overeat cookies. But, the DJ is trying to figure out which backpack to wear. Jesse's trying to get back with Aunt Becky. Joey needs to make a new album for his comedy. And Dan is trying to go wake up America or San Francisco or whatever. I don't know. So they had to put a whole bunch in there. So it was fun. That's the predictability. It was about family. And then I love the end. It says when you're lost out there and you're all alone, a light is waiting to carry you home everywhere you look. That's what I always thought was the believer part of the show. Okay. God's waiting to carry you home. He's waiting patiently. There's a light. You're all alone. People feel all alone. Of course. Especially nowadays, we need, you know what? We need corny programming again. My God, everything's got to be so dark and twisted and complex and deep. And the Cody Sweet brothers are now figuring out how to get their heroin out of their system. They're on, life support in the show. I'm like, I'm sorry, aren't they too? No, but 2-year-olds have bigger problems now, Mike. You don't understand. They go through them. No. Let them go through which backpack to wear. Yes. Please, take it simple again. Take it simple. If you put it out there, people will think that's what life's troubles should be. Jesse's biggest problem was caffeine pills. Now it would be, oh my God, Zach, the reason I was acting so crazy is I had a baby. He was 6 months pregnant and I killed him with a hanger. So what happened? I'm so sorry. There's the dismembered body on the floor in the corner. And they're like, I can't what? With you. It would be so, you know what I mean? It's so deep now.
A dismembered body.
Oh, like it can't just be simple. It's just caffeine pills. Oh, all right, the next one is Family Matters.
newspaper page. And love and tradition of the grand design, some people say it's even harder to find. Well, then there must be some magic clue inside these gentle walls. 'Cause all I see is the tower of dreams, real love bursting out of every scene. It's the bigger love of the family.
It's a rare condition this day and age to read any good news on the newspaper page, Scaramucci. It really is rare to get any good news.
It's been like that for years.
Right, even then. And you think, what was the bad news then? Oh, Super Predators. Okay, so they had something going on in the 90s. You know, and him getting a blowjob from Monica Lewinsky. And
he got lucky in the 90s.
Yeah.
Because he let her portray...
So it says, look, love and tradition of the grand design. It's hard to find. It's hard to define that.
Yeah.
Where can you find it? Especially on TV. Where are you going to find a Will and Grace all at the urinal together? Please.
Thank you.
And then once the days go by, we're going to fill our house with happiness. Yeah, right.
And
nowadays,
love and every
secretly in depression. The mom's cutting herself in the dark. And you know what that does? We call these shows gripping, edgy, real. I'm sorry, everybody's not cutting themselves at the house.
This is true.
Some of us don't like that feeling because it hurts.
It does.
Some of us are just trying to say hello from the other side.
But, I mean, Thin Mouse was a good show. I would say I enjoyed it more in the first 4 seasons when Urkel was Urkel.
Yes.
And he was the neighbor.
Hero of the scene.
Yes.
Yeah. It was
because
the family first.
That's what it was. After season 5, it became like the Urkel show starring the Winslows.
Right.
Or featuring the Winslows.
Right. It was Carl and Steve. It was just those two.
And that was the thing, because
Steve! And then he would give Carl
became like the surrogate kid.
Yeah. They never showed the parents. Like this smart genius. Like they really could have worked on that. Like he was the nerd. So his parents were doing the right thing. You know, they could have really celebrated a smart black kid. It's cool to be a nerd. You know, it's cool to, you make mistakes, but let's not overdo it into a stereotypicalness of
exactly. Because to me, with him being did I do that all the time?
Right.
That should have only kept him as the neighbor's kid.
Yes.
Because then, guess what? Now you're Full House.
Thank you.
Predictability.
Right. The Milkman, the Paperboy, evening TV. Now it's not predictable. You don't know what that flip is going to be on TV when you turn it on. You don't know if Scaramucci is going to say something else or trying to suck themselves. It's ridiculous what's going on now. I mean, when you get news people that can't say the news, it's sad, people.
This is true.
Oh, my God, another great show. I loved it. I didn't realize how dark these lyrics were, by the way, when I was singing it to myself as a kid. But before we show the scene of the theme of Step by Step, just know Step by Step is about a modern day Brady Bunch. Both these people have divorced.
Yeah,
that was heavy in the 90s. I mean, that wasn't shown on TV. They never showed their exes.
No,
that's how clean these nowadays. It'd be the ex would be on the show,
daddy
throwing stilettos at the dad and calling him you can't even do sex good, and I lied about it. And then I'll get a big laugh from the audience from 3-year-olds going, Daddy, what does Mommy say by she faked it?
Yeah.
They had explained to the little toddler.
Or faking it.
You were like, listen, let me tell you, Daddy, why are you crying? Mommy faked it. I thought that. Anyway, so let's listen to the cleaned up glory of the Step by Step, Day by Day. Woo. I love that.
It's funny that you say it too, because it's actually a song about divorce,
Right?
I mean, about relationship after divorce.
And you would have never
the dream wide broken.
Yeah.
Seemed like all was lost.
Wow.
What would be the future?
Could
we
we
pay the cost?
You wonder. Will there ever be?
Oh, that's so
I remember,
wow.
like looking back at what they were giving us some heavy stuff.
And because I knew the words
at the theme song. Yeah, you just saw
you
saw Brandon hit the bell and it almost hit the top. He's like, hey. Everybody just smiles and he eats the ice cream thing. Yes, I loved it, and the show was so good because it was such a funny show. I remember Studio Summers, Patrick Duffy. And they had good storylines. Yes. This started also with some of the edge because the siblings didn't all get together.
Yeah, and he had the brother or the uncle, the weird.
Oh, he came in later.
The Cody.
Yeah, Cody. Cody came in when they needed to get the ratings back up, and then Cody in real life did some horrible stuff.
Yeah,
but we won't get to that. We're living happy times. The stuff we didn't know. We didn't know people were pedophiles then.
Yeah.
So not saying Cody was a pedophile. He was actually abusing his wife.
Yeah.
But which is kind of nice. It's so nice when it's regular criminals now. Like, because every day now someone diddled a kid. You know, so it's like, oh, you were just violent towards your wife. Okay. Yeah. Okay, we all get that one. What happened? She burned the toast?
Yeah.
Understandable.
I loved it because it was real in the idea that you're going to have step-parents in some cases. And you're going to have step-brothers and sisters.
Right. And though you went through that horribleness,
yes,
you can still have love. There's, as he says, where is it at? Oh, wouldn't be together. The deeper we fall,
the stronger we stay. Yes.
See, again, that was what was beautiful about the show. It promoted family. And it reminds me of Mrs. Doubtfire at the end when he says, some families, Katie, some families have one mommy or two parents, or some live with their uncles and aunts, some live with their step-parents, and some even live with foster parents. There's all sorts of homes in the world, Katie. But if there's love, dear, those are the ties that bind. And you'll have a family in your heart forever. All my love to you, Paw Pets. You're going to be all right. Bye-bye. I love that. And the show showed it. Yes. Mrs. Doubtfire, if you think about it, was pretty dark. They divorced. They went through the divorce. They had the horrible custody fight. He lost all this stuff. They had the big, when she finally gets revealed at the table. Yes. The whole time. Oh, I'm sorry. Don't talk to me. Don't talk to me. Don't talk to me. I have to go. We have to leave. I have to go. We have to leave now. I'm going. We're going. And like she couldn't, all that. There was but at the end, they were still a family. Yeah. She realized we have to love the kids more than we hate each other. Yeah. And again, the movies that were in the 90s, the shows, they would deal with the dark themes, but always with a positive spin. Nowadays, we have that. The kids got to be on dark. What's that show you like? On Showtime? All the kids are the Shameless? Yes. That's what we went from step by step in the darker we fall or whatever. It's now the longer we stay at the bottom. But they stay together. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, giving each other cocaine pills or whatever. It's a different what I'm saying. It's different. And remember, my favorite show. This show I liked, but I liked Mork and Mindy better. Right? Yeah, but that was from the 60s, before we were I know, but I just felt like, because I used to watch it, like, when Nick at Night or whatever had it on, so I used to catch it, but... No, Perfect Strangers is the deal. Let's listen to the Perfect Strangers theme song.
Sometimes the world looks perfect, nothing to rearrange. Sometimes you just get a feeling like you need some kind of change. No matter what the odds are this time, nothing's gonna stand in my way. It's
I love that song. I was singing that all up and down the streets of Chicago, on the bridge, under the bridge. Somebody even came up to me afterwards. I think it's on video. I think I gotta find it. And the guy stopped me in the middle of my song, asking for $1. I said, "Get the fuck out of my face! I'm singing Perfect Stranger theme song in Chicago, where the show was based on." But think about those words. I loved it. And you know what's so deep about that show is that it was really about America, right? The land of the free, the home of the brave, and all that BS. What happened was Valky Bartakamus from Mythos came here because of America meant everything. Yeah. Everything's possible, success, boom shakala, all of it. But him just being here was what it was. Yeah. Just working at that store. Just being a roommate with your cousin. Just living in America was the dream. Then you had Larry, who was from Wisconsin, who's already in America, who wanted a bigger dream to be a photographer. Yeah. And so he's climbing the ladder trying to obtain this prize. The show was saying, as the words in the song are, I'm going to rise and fall on the wings of my dreams. I'm going to go for it. We can all relate to that. Exactly. And the predictability of the show was Larry always had a stupid plan. Because he was willing to get success, get rich quick, at the expense of his morals. All things he believed in. So instead of it being a preachy, dark show about how greed is horrible and you'll die alone and miserable, they made it funny by giving you that lesson. It wasn't the show was against his success, but ironically, had he seen America through the prism of a foreigner, a newly legal immigrant, he would have seen it as a land, the opportunity which it is, and you can make it with your morals and standards in place. Correct. Because when he was saying, I got a plan, you knew, no, you don't think it through. You are lying through it. You're whatever. And you're learning as a kid, the shortcuts aren't good. That's shortcuts, true. I won't get to my shortcut without being preached to over my head, and it's bad, and don't sin, and live for Jesus, and do the right thing. You had Balky, who had all the integrity in the world. Yeah. And it seemed like the blessings fell on him by accident. Yes. I mean, he was in the same city as Larry. Yeah. He wasn't even trying to get a woman, and one fell into his lap. This is true. Nowadays, you can't say that. No, but you know what I mean. Like, she came upon to him. Yes. Anyway, our brains have been so cynicalized. I can't say simple things. Well, there's one more show that got added. Well, hold on. We got Sex Perfect Strangers. Oh, we got, okay. Because this is good. Next one is ridiculous. But, I knew he was going to get it. I wanted it from him. That's what it was. That's right. But it was because it was all about trying to be better and use America for what it is, and you don't want to do it the wrong way. And it was hilarious. They got into crazy, very funny, harebrained. I could truly say that was one show that I didn't catch immediately. Right. But when I started watching it, I wanted to, I wish we had the ability then to find the shows and watch it. Yes. Like, on demand and all that. Oh, what a good story that show was. It was Perfect Strangers. I would like that rebooted. See what Larry and Balky are right now. Balky Balky. And he would say, don't be ridiculous. Yes. Okay, anyway, that's the next one. But the next one we have is Hangin with Mr. Cooper. Yeah. Let's get that theme song real quick for you guys. Where's his theme music?
turn it out. Here we go.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Guys, so he's listening to these lyrics. What were the 90s doing to us? And they said it to such a hip-hop beat. You're not thinking they just threw shade.
Oh, all day.
They said,
but the reality,
he has a PhD, not a real one, because he's a black man.
In personality,
really
a PhD in personality.
Yeah, but we found a man. It could be a catastrophe, and that's more of a reality.
Yes.
Did a white racist KKK member write to a black man, and we said it to a do.
With a little En Vogue feel on it.
Right? Yes.
And what I love about it was, you had Holly Robinson Pete.
Wow.
You had the title character who played Cooper.
No one remembers the other lady, though.
Holly Robinson. Oh, I know. See? I never knew her name, but she played his sister. Mm-hmm. And she was Raven Simone's mom.
And
that's all I knew about her. She was Raven's mom.
We're so sorry as a black female.
The problem was, she started out strong as a contender.
Yeah.
And then, I don't know, maybe she just had a bad agent. Yeah. Because all of a sudden, she got less and less
writing for her too. Yeah, what was the storyline? So it was he lived with. They moved in with him.
Yeah.
So was she his friend from work or something?
I think it was her brother.
No, the Holly Robinson one. Who was she to him?
I don't know. She was the sister's friend, but she got more famous than Sandra Quarterman.
That's right. Sandra Quarterman, very good in David Courtroom.
Her name was Geneva, and that's why you didn't remember it either.
Geneva.
You think about it now.
That was the first one. That was the dark-skinned lady.
Yeah, that's who the sister was.
No, what's the other lady? The taller one. I guess they replaced the character then. She kind of had that short hair. Because I know Geneva. Geneva was Raven's mom. But before that, or even after, she kind of looked like she fits on that show, Cosby Show spinoff. The taller one.
Wait, so they were.
She was kind of manly, but kind of like.
You're talking about. I know who you're talking about. You are. She wasn't the star though. Dawn Lewis. She played Robin.
Is that her? Let's see. Dawn. No.
Look like.
Yeah, that's her. Yeah, Dawn Lewis. Okay.
She wasn't.
So she was
before.
Yeah, or on it too. But
yeah, she was
on
it
full time.
No, she was only on it because Sandra Quarterman had more episodes than her. She had 79.
So she must have been the first
22
one.
Episodes.
Okay, so when. That's what it was. The first season, it was Dawn.
Because she was from a different world.
Yes, that's right. It was Dawn first and Holly Robinson. Then the show was going to go down.
Company.
So then they added Raven.
Oh my gosh, I never read. Well, no, because Geneva and Raven came in after.
Yep, to save the show. To make the show more kid-friendly.
Yeah.
Because it was supposed to be an adult show on TGIF.
Now that you mentioned it, because that's right. It was Holly Robinson Pete and Dawn Lewis, who played Robin Demers, played by Dawn Lewis.
That's what it was, Robin.
And the three of them lived together. I forgot all about that because the show took a turn. It was only 22 episodes, so the first 2 years the show was out, it changed to the family dynamic, and he helped his sister
to their block
time frame.
Of the time frame. And he was like a basketball coach. It was kind of like Coach.
Yes. It was like
Coach and
Three's Company mixed.
Yes.
And then they added some family because they wanted to stay in that ABC time frame of TGIF.
And so Geneva became the sister, but Dawn wasn't related. So it was two.
It was two friends, and then they moved in with.
See,
and now the theme song makes sense.
Right, because they're looking at him trying to have.
Because I'm thinking of the theme song with Olivia, her mom, Holly Robinson, Pete, and Cooper. Right. And the reality was it was Robin and Holly Robinson Pete's character. Right. Well, Vanessa and Robin, and then Mark Curry or Mr. Mark Cooper.
That's right. Right.
His real name is Mark Curry. Mark Cooper. So it was like, wow, that's so funny.
Isn't that fair how they did that? See, again, nowadays we really can't do it nowadays.
You just don't catch it. Yeah, you just don't.
It's such a different remark, really.
It is. It's crazy.
I love the 90s, man. Way to go, Hulu. 90s. Way to go.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, this brings Hulu back because we wouldn't really probably have mentioned a lot about Hulu.
No.
I mean, I watched the Mindy Project, so that's the one thing I say Hulu
I didn't see one episode
for me.
She was hilarious.
But that's just crazy to me.
Right?
It's crazy to think. I watched these shows.
Yes.
And I sang these lyrics.
Right.
And I didn't even know these lyrics meant.
These lyrics were deep. And as of course, guys, we didn't have time to do the 18 motivational movie coach. We'll do that next week. But it's so funny because the lyrics explain so much, but yet set to these theme music,
you just don't catch it.
We didn't catch, and I think we need to bring theme songs back. Maybe for season 3. We don't have time for season 2, but maybe for season 3 of the TiVoMike show, some cool lyric, and then we'll have a video recorded as well and throw it up on YouTube, where it's like we look at it, smile.
Would you like the Wayne brothers?
Yes.
Happy and we're colored and we're colored. Give me a high five.
High five. And then you hear bullets. Pow pow. Just kidding. Have a good one. This is the TiVoMike show. We'll be right back.
They said all the best things in life are free. They're full of You gotta pay bills. Gotta save for retirement. What are you gonna do? Become a drug dealer? Sell your kidney? You gotta get real. TiVoMike can help you. TiVoMike's money coaching program will help make more Benjamins and less Jacksons. TiVoMike will help you deal with collectors, pay off debt, and get your life in order. Let TiVoMike show you the money. Visit TiVoMike.com/money right now. That's TiVoMike.com/money.
All right, and welcome back, guys. Thank you for tuning in to another great episode. I mean, who doesn't love 90s TV? Let's be real here.
When life was simpler and about family.
Hulu, maybe I'll try one of your free subscription time frames and try to catch up on some of these great shows. Who knows? Maybe you'll dawn on me and I might switch one of my streaming apps to you guys instead of who I'm using. We never know.
Wow.
I mean, you do follow me on Twitter, so I could move back to it.
Right, they do follow you.
We'll see, guys. Thank you, as always, for tuning in. We hope this episode helped you to win in life by enjoying the 90s.
We hope it did. Because remember, Netflix is on Entertainment Guru's hit list after they got rid of Atlanta or whatever that show was called.
The Get Down.
The Get Down. The Get Down got out.
You just opened the wound back up?
I'm sorry. I'm just saying, this is why Hulu was the next thing. And if you notice with Netflix, anytime you look for a particular movie, it's not there. But you just find new stuff there. So it's kind of weird how it all works. But anyway, live for Jesus every day. And remember that just because it's no longer in fashion to be about family or it's considered corny, call me a cornball.
That's right.
Because I'm walking daily, not Sunday, with the Lord Jesus Christ and my Jesse with caffeine pill problems. As
always, Saints, you heard it here first. Well, you probably read it someplace else, too, this time.
But you heard it first in the 90s.
Yes. As always, subscribe to iTunes and Google Play. Also, write us if you like us. If you don't, never mind. Until next time, folks, I'm EGMike84 on Twitter. He's TiVoMike on Twitter. And our show, The TiVoMike Show, is on Facebook. Follow us, favorite us, retweet us!